So, girl, the people is mad, honey. The people is mad because the grocery store say y'all nasty, frowsy, wide bite, hungry, food stamp card using bitches can't bring y'all nasty ass dogs in the grocery store, and I don't blame them. And girl, tell me why I don't fucked around and got mad with Sandra Bullock, and she ain't even got nothing to do with what the hell all going on. Wanna talk about it? Here you go. About goddamn time. And I don't want to hear shit from the goddamn PETA people, and I don't want to hear nothing from the goddamn animal lovers out here. Now let me tell you something. The heiress of Publix, she be donating money or whatever to the Trump campaign and to the conservative stuff. And you know, some of us be over here willing to turn the blind eye to the situation, because if you're anything like me, you know, damn grew up going to damn Publix and listen, I can't shit now. I can't not eat because of other people's political beliefs. And what the hell, bitch? I ain't driving across town to them other grocery stores. I damn sure ain't shopping in Walmart and Winn-Dixie is nasty. Okay, but one thing Publix recently did do is put a ban on you bitches bringing y'all nasty ass dogs in the grocery store, and I do not blame them. Now let me tell you something. They said that emotional support dogs do not fall under ADA, Americans with Disability Act, okay? They said that they are not service animals, that service animals are allowed to come into the grocery store, but not emotional support dogs. And I agree with every single damn word that they said. In every restaurant and grocery store and public space needs to follow suit. Now let me tell you something. Everybody knows that I'm an animal lover. I had 2 dogs. Buddy unfortunately passed away. He got run over by a car in the park. I am a dog person by heart. I can't wait to buy a house, because once I get a house with a small enclosed yard, I plan to be like the Brad and Judy. I can so see myself having 5 dogs, letting all of them sleep in the bed with me. That's who I am. But I also believe in something called common courtesy and providing a general baseline comfort for the general public. All right? Dogs should not be in the grocery store. And then y'all have just gotten out of hand, because people give y'all an inch and y'all take a mile. When Paris Hilton was toting the little small dog around in the purse, I am not going to lie to you. If I go in the grocery store and I see somebody have a little puppy or something in a Yorkie in a purse, I think it's cute. I don't mind. The dog is in the pocketbook. Some people will argue their hair can still get on the food. You should wash your food anyway. And people touch all over the food anyway, so it's a null and void point. But if your dog is on a leash, it just shouldn't be in the grocery store. Why? And y'all know, same thing, I go to Houston's often. And I've been realizing in Houston's, people been bringing dogs in Houston's. And let me tell you about them bitches. Depending on who at the front door, they won't even let you in with a designer flip-flop on. Okay? There have been times I've come in Houston's and I've been told, I had to change shoes. Or that I had on athletic wear and I need to change. Or I've been with people and they've been like, all right, we're going to let you in this time, but moving forward, you can't wear athletic wear. I had a friend one time who had on a sleeveless shirt and it looked nice, but that fell under their tank top policy and they told him he couldn't be there, or that they had a sweater and lost and found that he could put on. So you mean to tell me you're policing people's shoulders, but you let animals in the place? All right? Now listen, there's a time and a place for everything. If we are at an outdoor artsy sports place where it's like a picnic tables, a young millennial vibe, Sunday day party vibe, by all means, bring your dog. dog. The dog want to get a piece. Bitch, the dog want to listen to Cardi B. You know what I'm saying? But y'all hoes don't know how to use discretion. And here is the thing that challenges me for people who bring their dogs into the grocery store and bring their dogs into a restaurant. Typically, if we're going out to eat, you know, you get dressed, you leave your home for 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever it is you're doing. You mean to tell me that dog can't stay home for 2 hours? I just don't understand the rationale of the person who needs to bring their dog with them to a nice restaurant or to the grocery store. Why can't the dog stay home? And I'm going to take it a step further. This emotional support thing is a bunch of bullshit, and I know it says something that a fucking whiny-ass white woman came up with. All right? Because, bitch, I just don't understand how the whole world went round in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, and then bam, bitch, emotional support. Everybody's emotions is just such a fucking shambles that they can't even go pick out 2 tangerines and a half a gallon of milk. I'm confused. Who need the emotional support? You or the damn dog? Why is the dog in Red Lobster? And then I'm going to take it a step further. Something that was nasty as all hell that I seen in the grocery store. One woman, and y'all know she was white like this and not black like this, was feeding the goddamn dog off of the damn dishes from the damn restaurant. Now, scientifically, that's neither here nor there because they're supposed to wash it and disinfect it, and at the end of the day, it don't look good. But optically, bitch, it's a mess. All right? Despite the fact that 10,000 people have eaten off that damn fork or that plate, I don't want 10,000 people plus 3 dogs to have eaten off of it. Okay! And the nerve of you customers to be complaining and trying to give Publix all of this backlash. I'm going to tell you something. I want to come back in my next life. I want to come back so privileged and so entitled that when the grocery store chain tells me I'm not allowed to bring my dog in the grocery store, something that I went the first half of my damn life being unable to do, that it moves me to the point where I gotta be vocal and send emails and protest and cuss and try to take the dog in the grocery store anyway. I want to be that privileged that I have that much time on my hands to get upset about something that should be standard protocol across the United States of America. I get that if the people allowed you to bring the dogs and you felt like bringing your dog because it's your personal preference, that you did it, fine. But I can't understand the upset behind somebody who does not need the dog in order to function. CNI dog, what other, I don't know, I can't think right now, a seizure dog or whatever. I can't imagine anybody outside of that context just not being able to function in a public damn space without their pooch. And then y'all gotta understand, these dogs, one time I was in the grocery store, y'all dogs don't even be trained properly, all right? Service dogs are well-mannered, well-behaved. They don't bark and carry on. Some of y'all got these very dog-reactive dogs. They see other dogs. Now, instead of cleanup on aisle 3, we got Michael Vick over there refereeing a goddamn dog fight next to the Sara Lee bread and the peanut butter and jelly. Make it make sense. All while I'm trying to pick out my goddamn cream cheese. And y'all dogs doing World War III all down the aisle. Don't even get me started on some of y'all who bring y'all animals out at public places and they pop a squat. I love my dog just like the next person, but y'all got to use better discretion with bringing these dogs out. All right? Outdoor picnic, outdoor festival, outdoor millennial-based, very open, spread out space. Sure. Restaurant? No. Disney World? No. Crowded place? No. Grocery store? No. Why? Why? It doesn't make sense. And miss me with the emotional support, bitch, because I'm going to be very honest with you. And it's going to sound very harsh. But bitch, if your emotions are in shambles to the point where you can't function outside your house for 2 hours with your dog, you just need to roll over and die. And that's the God honest truth. You need to roll over and die, bitch, or you need to go get you some medication. You need to go get you some medication because something is seriously off with you and you shouldn't be authorized to be in the general public any damn way. Moving along, child. Did y'all hear the story about Michael Oher, the black football player guy from the Blindside, the movie? Girl, he don't hit the internet and said, child, the whole story is a damn lie, that them people never adopted him, and that they took conservatorship over him for financial gain and never shared into the money with him. Now listen, before y'all react, I'm here to let you know, and Al Reynolds let us know last night on TGIF, the adoption part is not as bad as it sounds. He was over 18 when all of this came about, so you can't adopt a legally grown-ass person. The only thing that you can do is conservatorship. Now, okay, so that's just one little thing we need to clear up. However, their intentions still were bad because they got conservatorship over him, and that was to be able to handle in his legal affairs, so on and so forth. And he is alleging that they did it for financial gain and that he didn't get anything from it. So here's the thing, right? I don't mind the conservatorship. I don't mind that. Because part of his story is their story. It was their lives. Now, whether she and the husband signed him up for conservatorship from the very get-go, from the goodness of their heart, and then the football thing happened, or if they only did it because they knew he was going to go far in football and could make money of it, is to be determined. But I'll say this, where they went wrong was not sharing in the money with him. I don't give a damn how you slice it and dice it. 50% should have gone to that boy. 50% of all things derived from that movie, that story, his name, that brand should have gone to him. And then the white savior, her husband, they family, they could have split the other 50%. That's fair. That is what's fair. Both parties equally contributed to what the story is that has been sold. And I'm going to tell you something. Sandra Bullock ought to sue the dog shit out of them, right? Because here's the thing. We don't even know that other lady. That other lady could walk past me right now and I wouldn't even know who she was. I'd just be like, hey, girl, how you doing? I like your Van Cleef necklace and your shoes, girl. Less hairspray next time, honey, because you got to tease to the guys. You about to poke somebody's eye out. It's Sandra Bullock face. And listen, I'm smart enough to know that Sandra Bullock ain't even got nothing to do with it, but I cannot help but look at Sandra Bullock face and get mad. Now, I'm liable to go out here and slap the shit out of Sandra Bullock and she ain't even did nothing to nobody. I'm about to call down here to the WGA and to the Warner Brothers, and I know they out there striking, but I'm finna tell them they're going to have to do a part 2 of the strike, and we don't want Sandra Bullock ass nowhere near the damn movie studios. We don't want her ass to work. Now we mad at Sandra Bullock, and this lady ain't even did nothing. This lady called her and said, hey, Sandy, I got this new script on my desk. You should read over it. I think it's good. She read over the script, thought it was a good story, did the movie, got nominated for an award, maybe even won one. I didn't give a fuck enough to look it up and see. And now we mad with Sandra Bullock. And them people wrong. Just like the, what's the people? Them Chrisleys. Just like them Chrisleys. Just scamming and scheming, living high off the hog. And it's so funny because it's like the more religious acting and the more righteous and the more all southern and holy these white folks look, the more corrupt they turning out to be. Do Jesus. I'd have never thought it. Because you think somebody like this bring in a black boy, you know, a disadvantaged, projected black boy into their home, that they're doing it out the goodness of their heart. And all this is doing is undermining white people's help to us. It's like, shit, now every time we turn around, we got to figure out if you're doing this for personal gain. I hate that the legacy and the story of all of this is being tarnished and unraveled as a result of this newfound information. Now, the family has come out and said, the white family has come out and said that yes, it is true about the conservatorship, but they have alleged that Michael Oher has been trying to shake them down for $15 million prior to all of this. It would seem to me, white people family, that in order to keep the brand going and keep the story going, that y'all should have figured out a way to settle with him and make him feel whole. Y'all should have figured out a way to make him feel whole to keep all of this going, to keep it going. And so now Michael Oher is filing for an injunction. He wants accounting. He wants to know about every single dime that was made off the brand and an immediate cease and desist of using his likeness, the brand, so on and so forth. And I do not blame him. Now I already finna tell you what's gonna happen. These people, they listen, if they still got any money, if they still made any money, they finna move that shit 7 ways past Sunday. That shit finna be all in the Cayman Islands. Child, some of that shit gonna be in Ireland, quiet as it's kept. The rest of it gonna be over there where Tamika Scott $30,000 at and Rick Kelly Price had win at. The money gonna be all over there. Where's that bitch? We don't the fuck know. Okay? But that's the safest place for it to be. Rick Kelly Price had win at and where the fuck Tamika Scott $30,000 at. Cause one thing we know about Tamika Scott $30,000, baby, wherever the fuck that shit at and wherever the fuck Kelly Price had win at, that shit will not be found. It will not be found. And a bitch will not go to jail because what? It will not be found. That's where the money finna go. And when he finally do get an accounting of the money, them people gonna say they got $700,000 and that's it. They gonna say either they spent all the money or they gonna say they ain't made a whole lot of money. And we know it's gonna be a whole lot of lies. I just don't understand people and their greed. I just don't understand how, granted, I don't know what their financial situation was prior to the movie and its proceeds, but I'm smart enough to know that the movie and its proceeds made it better. I just don't understand if we get this big windfall of money that's going to change our lives, why you wouldn't share. Okay, I don't know what the number is. I don't know what they made, but I'll say this. The lifestyle at $5 million and the lifestyle at $10 million is the same. Sure, the $10 million can buy a bigger house and sure, the $10 million can buy more cars. But the lifestyle is still the same. So why not give half? Because outside of that, the money's just sitting in your account or it's sitting somewhere invested, but it really doesn't impact or change the way you live day to day. Why not share? Why not share? This is the prime example of exploiting people who are financially illiterate, exploiting people who are emotionally vulnerable, exploiting people who are just don't know any better. Took advantage of this boy in his situation and you packaged it as you were helping him when in all actuality you were exploiting him for your personal gain. And y'all have to pay up. There has to be some retribution. There has to be some level of compensation given to this young man. And I hope, because when I went to Florida State University and got my degree in economics, the people ain't teach me shit about legal. I hope that the law is not so vague or so, whatever, that it lends itself to the possibility that they didn't do anything wrong. And because they had legal conservatorship of it, that they were legally allowed to do whatever the hell they wanted to do and they don't owe him anything. And I don't know why my spirit is telling me that they're about to get away with this on a technicality because they technically didn't do anything illegal. However immoral it may be, my spirit is telling me they're about to get away with this because they were smart enough to cross all T's and dot all I's. I hope not. I hope not. We just have to wait and see. That's a girl. That's all I got. Ain't got no more. Y'all hoes, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll call y'all later. Bye.